Abacus started about 26 years ago. There was one vision when I started Abacus, to provide value to customers, to be the first Filipino brokerage that will provide research-based recommendation. Because at that time when I started this business in 1992, most of the brokers were fairly small, family-owned, and very few actually hired full-time research people. Abacus was the first. The thing I'm most proud about is we have a very strong research team. One of the best you can find. People whose dedication to the business and whose passion for the business. We launched MyTrade to provide customer, number one, convenience. Number two, information. You need to know what's happening in the market. And we want to provide them access to market data, everything that they normally will need to go to the newspaper or to the website to study, all very handy, very portable, and very easy. And with increasing mobile internet speed in the market, this has become almost part of everyone's life.
We have a very versatile platform. If you are someone who's basic, you're not a techie person, you have to put the MyTrade mobile app on your phones because you can see there the basic ones, how to trade, the stocks, the gainers, the losers. You can see your portfolio, and you can even log in 5 seconds if you have a good ISP by using your fingerprint. We invest so much with platforms and technology because we know that it's an ongoing development and we value innovation and also customer service.
One important milestone for Abacus is the launch of our online trading platform, MyTrade. Historically, Abacus has been very strong in the institutional and high net worth retail stock brokerage business. And launching MyTrade is our way of reaching and sharing our expertise to the smaller retail investors.
I think we analyze just a little bit better. I think there are angles that we look at that give us insight into companies a little bit better. And then sometimes there's a lot of information in the market, and most of the time people tend to look at those pieces of information just one at a time. But our strength is that we are able to piece together all these bits of information into a cohesive investment idea. And I think that's probably our biggest strength. We like to make money, not for ourselves, but for our clients. We make investment recommendations to clients. First thing is, new investors should do their own research because it's not enough to listen to research analysts, or some would be called market gurus. It's not enough to listen to those types of people. It's really important for someone new to the market to do their own research because you'd be more comfortable about your investment making decisions. Second, it's important not to think of investing in the market as getting rich, but rather it being a process that weaves into your entire personal life. So it's not just about making money. It's really, as we say, investment is really a lifestyle choice. Third tip, just remember it takes time. There is a very steep learning curve when it comes to investing, and you shouldn't be discouraged if you lose money on some trades because it's just part of the process.
I chose MyTrade because it is complete. So whenever I want to execute a trade, first I would take a look at good fundamentals and whether it's the right time on the technical side. On the fundamentals, we have an experienced research team, and for the technical side, the MyTrade platform provides a lot of tools. These tools really help me in my decision whether when to enter the trade or not. I've had several unfortunate experiences with other brokers. First, I could start with the customer service. Sometimes even, I just want to order an odd lot. I have to email or have to look through the facts. In MyTrade, I would just press the icon below and there's a live chat for the customer service, so the experience is really great. Some brokers would also have downtimes during market hours, so this is important for me to execute my trades, and being down is an opportunity loss for me, and for me that's a big deal in trading.
You don't need a rocket science-based system to make money. What you need is a sound mind that says, I like this stock, fundamentally it makes sense, and technically it is sound to go buy at this level or take my profit and things like that. And that's what we provide. We provide you more than just a computer system. We want to provide you with a group of people who are strong in research and who are strong in fundamentals and technicals. The whole purpose is to provide you with system, with value advice, with great customer service.
For Generation Z members who are actually new to investing, I really think that MyTrade provides a really friendly platform for those who are beginning because it's really neat. I really think that MyTrade provides exemplary service in terms of providing research and the like.
One of the reasons why I opened an account with MyTrade was because kay Sir Nicky, I really like yung mga market reports niya. Nakita ko rin naman yung increase ng prices ng mga ni-recommend niya. After nakita ko yon, all the more follow yung mga recommendation niya. Ikaw na naman, naging positive naman yung account ko. I'm still in the middle of my journey on how to trade stocks. I was really impressed the growth ng portfolio ko, and highly recommend that you guys might want to also let Abacus manage your money.
I chose MyTrade simply because they have an app. And as a person who is so into technology and apps as well, I find it convenient. It's just within my pocket and I can just like check how my stocks are. Plus, the easy part is that you can also deposit money and trade and buy as it is. When I transferred from the previous, the former one that I've been using, now I get to see my stocks better because again, it's just an app. It may not be as big as others may have under their stocks. At least this one I have more visual reference on how it is, so it will motivate you to add more or to buy, to trade. So there's more action to it rather than it's just in a dashboard.
I started investing in stocks because I wanted to diversify. My money is either in the bank or in life insurance companies. Being a mother of two, I wanted to have my money more secured and I wanted faster returns. So a friend of mine convinced me to try the stocks. I will encourage others to try MyTrade because it's an easier way of investing, your money secured, and it's very convenient.
Ahoy there, mates! All aboard. Financial freedom awaits. MyTrade proudly presents the Navigator, the newest, easiest, and brightest fundamental tool from MyTrade's renowned research team. Be guided in your investing voyage. Get the best stock picks, sound long-term strategies, and valuable information about the company that you're buying. Follow the light. Navigator. Better your tomorrow.
Happy New Year, everyone! It's again me, Sheena. It's high time for merienda, isn't it? And what do I want for a snack? Definitely pizza. Today we are going to talk about coffee and pizza and what's the edge of this latest IPO. We will find out more about Figaro Group here at today's Wink Live episode. How are you guys? I hope you're safe. I mean, there's a surge going on, but I still hope that you're doing well. Let me know where you watching us from. If this is your first time, this is Wink Live. What investors need to know. So we will talk about different types of probably offerings like SRO or stock rights offer, initial public offering, and today we will talk about this latest IPO. If you're familiar with creamy spinach and that is in my background right now. Yan ang nagpasikat ng itong brand na tong nagpasikat ng pizza na to. And sino ba ditong may gusto ng or favorite creamy spinach? I think maraming followers tong brand na to, and I know that you are interested to know more about its edge when it comes to IPO. That's why we will have here with me the analyst that covers it for you to see the edge if it's worth your time or not. Here we go. I'm calling in Rainier, but for the meantime, please let us know if this is your first time watching from StreamYard. If you're following us on YouTube, please subscribe and click the notification bell so you will be up to date with our latest episode. And okay, from Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl, watching. Work from home at the gig. Yeah, it's better to work from home. Less exposure, mas okay yun, mas safe. Hi, Philip from Hong Kong, OFW. How is it there in Hong Kong? Hi, Jessie Superales. Guys, please share this on your timeline. Let people know that that IPO is possible here in the Philippines, even if it's ongoing. You know what's going on right now. Tuloy pa rin ang buhay, tuloy pa rin ang improvement ng negosyo. All right, so I'll call in. Right now, we are about nearly 100 viewers. So we want to catch up. Gusto natin malaman as much as possible. You must spread yung information so they are informed. It is better to know this information in the context of fundamentals rather than, yung mga makikita nyo lang na sinishare sa Facebook, hindi natin na-validate. All right. Hi, Raramuri from London. Totoo ba yun? London. Ganun ko dapat siya i-pronounce. All right. Good afternoon, Sir Zaldi, watching from, while eating Angel's Pizza. Share naman ang selfie dyan with the box. Actually, right now, ganda ng mug ko, no? Baka naman, Angels. Okay. Ayan, nakikita lang natin, we're catching people to make sure that they are watching us so they would know. Hi, Judy Hustado from Iloilo. Alright, kapitbahay mo ba to, Joseph? JP Ubaldo watching from
Canada. Kasi kanina London. So ngayon Canada. And Jenny Yadao. So for the meantime, while we're trying to call in our analyst for today, I just want to ask you, have you tried, what is your favorite type of coffee? Or if you have tried Angel's Pizza, what's your favorite pizza in Angel's Pizza? Yeah, let me know in the comment section. Later on, we will have raffle. So try to listen and get information as much as possible. So we'll be asking you questions, and those who will be answering will receive our travel calendar. It's really nice flip calendar. I mean, I'm not a user of flip calendars, but when I saw it, yeah, ang ganda talaga niya. Gusto ko siyang gamitin, and I'm using it right now. Kaya lang hindi ko siya abot. So, mamaya ko na lang papakita sa inyo. Yan, from Jessie, sabi niya, spinach dip. Yung mga Facebook user, hindi ko babasahin yung comments. Dapat mag-register kayo as StreamYard. Alright, so let me call in. Hi, Rainier.
Hi, Gina. Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Hello! So, ikaw, Rainier, natikman mo na ba ang pizza ng Angels? And ano ang favorite mo na flavor so far?
Yeah, a couple of times na-try ko naman yung Angel's Pizza, and the creamy spinach dip is really different compared to the others. Yeah, it's something to it's something to look forward to. I mean, apart from this IPO, it's time to get the pizza as well.
Okay. Actually, hindi ko alam na meron din pala silang xiaolongbao, which is, I like it. I like xiaolongbao. So, mamaya malalaman natin yan from Rainier's presentation. And for my case naman ako, gusto ko yung Angel Supreme. And surprisingly, they have a good nuggets and pasta. You can try the Asian noodles. Kakaiba siya. It's like a Filipino version of ano tong ayoko yung magsasabi ako ibang brand eh. Pero it's like peanut sauce. Parang peanut sauce siya, masarap. Like parang yon. Alam niyo na ibig ko sabihin doon. May ganon siyang type. Masarap siya. Parang Pinoy version. Alright, take it away. I'll give you the floor, Rainier, so you can discuss what we need to know when it comes to the Figaro IPO.
All right. Thank you, Gina. Let's just wait for the slides. Just a second. I think the slides aren't seen. Sorry, we're just having some technical difficulties, but just continue with our viewers. Hi, Jane Trinidad from London. So yeah, I guess we can proceed. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us again in today's Wink edition for the upcoming the Figaro Coffee Group IPO. They have the ticker FCG. So next time, I guess in a couple of weeks, you'll see FCG in our local PSE. So I guess we have some clients, or most of you guys are our clients, and you probably heard of us talking about FCG. We have alluded this during our outlook, and we have talked about it in our short takes in the previous months. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to list last month, but now more or less we're pushing through with it. So just a recap, the offer price, it was initially priced at 1.28 per share, but it was slashed to 75 cents. It was a 41% slash. It was slashed 41% by 41%. Offer size will be at 930 million shares, with an over allotment of 93 million. For those who will ask later, I will tell you now. This offering, this IPO, will have a stabilization fund, and the tentative listing date will be on January 24, 2021. Next slide, please. I couldn't see the arrow. So the Figaro Coffee Group, just a brief background. It is a diversified food conglomerate which holds portfolio in coffee, as we can see through the Figaro Coffee brand, pizza, Angel's Pizza, Taiwanese cuisine in Tianmas. So we'll talk much later. We'll talk more about it later. we also have here Cafe Portofino and the recently launched the Figaro Group Express. Next slide, please. So we have Figaro Coffee, which is basically the foundational stability and the namesake for the coffee group. It was founded in 1993. It has transitioned to a full-service, full-menu cafe from just offering coffee in its early years, back in the 90s, the 2000s, and now their store count is now at 55 stores, with some foreign presence in key select international markets such as Saudi and Qatar. As of first half of 2021, so far we still don't have the figures for third quarter and fourth quarter. Maybe we can see them after the offering. Uh, Currently, the Figure Coffee brand offers 6% of overall revenues. Next slide, please. Next, we have Tianma, which is basically a Taiwanese restaurant which boasts authentic food at affordable prices. Tianma is known for their famous xiaolong pao. Well, it's comparable to it's less popular compared to its competitors in Din Tai Fung, Fat Fook, but it's also a really good competitor against against those names, and it is positioned to capitalize on the growing mid-price consumer market, which will have a preference for, I guess, higher quality food or cuisine, and their strong presence in delivery even during the pandemic. That people I guess the Tianma restaurant has also noted, the management has noted that even if the xiaolong pao is not exactly best consumed during for takeout, people will still order it. And as of first half of 2021, it contributes 3% of overall revenues. Currently, it operates 5 stores, which is in Quezon City, Makati, and Cebu. Next slide, please. And I guess this is one. The next slide will be the, I guess, the main offering. As we can say, FCG is a play on Angel's Pizza. Angel's Pizza, I guess a lot of you will know Angel's Pizza. It is known for their fresh, high quality hand tossed pizza, and they offer first to market products such as the creamy spinach dip. And it capitalized during the pandemic the consumer shift from the dine-in to the quick service deliveries, emphasizing or capitalizing on the market's preference for takeout, for Grab, aggregators such as Grab, and the in-house delivery of Angel's Pizza. Angel's Pizza has continuously grown their social media presence and has been the Grab food fan favorite of 2020, and if I'm not mistaken, 2021 as well. And as of first half of 2021, it contributes astonishing 91% of overall revenues. That's why what we mentioned, that this is the FCG, or the offering, is play on Angel's Pizza. So a store count is at 35. As we can see here, from 2018, from just 12, it has tripled, and will continue expanding in the near future. Next slide. Here we have the recently launched the Figaro Group Express, which is basically the cloud kitchen concept of the company. Cloud kitchen, basically, it offers the different, or the best products of the 3 different brands that we have mentioned earlier, and they have placed this in key gasoline stations, strategic locations around the Metro Manila, just for everyone, both the consumer and the company, to minimize the cost. And by minimizing that cost, they have also minimized from opening three different restaurants into just one. So we can see here this box type store. You can't exactly dine in, but you can order through takeout or through delivery. And this was only launched in August of 2021, and the company is planning to open more because it becomes accessible to even more consumers. That will help both consumers and the company. Next, we'll be talking about the growth drivers. for the Figaro Coffee Group. Next slide. So basically, the growth drivers, the company mentioned that they will continue on research and development and coming up with products such as the success of the creamy spinach dip, and hopefully they'll be able to continue on doing so. They will try to expand the sales channels apart from Grab and continuously capitalizing their in-house delivery system. Next would be the expansion of stores and commissary. This we'll talk we'll talk more about it later. And just I guess trivia or some more info from Euromonitor, which is basically a study on Angel's Pizza's industry. Basically, what they're saying, the industry is poised for recovery with the CAGR, 5-year CAGR from 2021 to 2025, a 12% growth from here on out now. So we're moving towards 2022, although it's not so much seen in the chart below. I guess the forecast is we'll be heading towards, well, against near to the pre-pandemic levels in 2022. Although what's important to note is that in 2020, 2021, Angel's Pizza has outperformed basically their own performance in 2019 and 2018, despite the pandemic. And as of 2020, market share is at 4.3%. The 4.3% compared to their bigger competitors, well, this is 2020, so this was 2 years ago. It may seem small at this point, but surely as of 2021, it will be much higher. And at 2020, this was only around 30 stores, if I'm not mistaken, and 30 stores compared to its competitors at nearly 300 stores. It's pretty good already. So next slide, please. Next slide, we'll be moving on to the store network expansion. Here we can see that the 2022 target is at 150 for their corporate stores. So a lot of the company's store expansion plans will be focused on the Figaro Group Express and Angel's Pizza. They will try to capitalize on the market preference for their products, and the long-term target of 300 by 2029. Next slide, please. Here we can also see the corporate versus the just the corporate stores. I was supposed to include here the franchisees since the company also offers the business model for franchisees. So that also helps them in terms of their revenues and margins moving forward. Next slide. We'll be moving on to the financial highlights of FCG for 2019, 2020, and first half 2020 and first half 2021. Next slide, please. Here we can see, for example, we try to look here in the screen for the revenues now. The first two bars on the left side, this is the 2019, 2020. 2019, the revenues was at 513 million, and it jumped by nearly 60% for 2020, grew 852%. And what's important to note here, the fourth bar, which is the darkest shaded bar here, is at 864 million, and that's just for the first half of 2021. First half of 2021, it has already exceeded the full year revenue of 2020. It just shows the strength of Angel's Pizza. As we mentioned earlier, it contributes to 91% of overall revenues. And basically for 2020, ganun din yung ratio niya na at the 80 to 90%. Angel's Pizza is the one driving the revenues. So for gross profit, you can see here, first half of 2021 is really much stronger compared to first half of 2020. Although there was a period of lockdown at that time, But if we compare it to 2020, the first half of 2021, I think, or we believe that Angel Pizza has really gained steam, gaining momentum from their performance in 2020. And operating profit net income, it's shows the same. Next slide, please. Here we'll be talking about the margins. Margin for gross profit margin for 2020 is at 42%, which is already much higher compared to their listed competitors. And as of first half of 2021, at 52%. So this is really quite an impressive performance for FCG, and this performance is, I guess, it helps FCG in comparing against competitors, because the 52% represents that the company is able to withstand the cost pressures that many companies are seeing today. So the increase in raw materials costs, the increase in logistic costs, since the company has a wide margin, they are able to, I guess, cushion those costs, and it will not greatly affect their profitability moving forward. The operating profit, 17.9% as of first half of 2021, and net income at 13%, which is again higher than most of its competitors. Although it's also important to note that Angel's Pizza is at the business cycle of I guess nearing hyper growth. So I guess this is a crucial moment for the company as well, as they try to continue their trajectory upwards. Next slide, please. Here we try to see their performance against the listed companies. As you can see here, during the pandemic, the 2021, the first half of 2021. Although unfortunately we couldn't provide the data for first half of 2021, but we can see here that the 2020, the Figaro Coffee Group, their system-wide sales was at above 60% compared to their competitors, which experienced negative growth during that period because of the lockdowns and all. So basically, the Figaro Coffee Group, they took the time in the pandemic and capitalized on their growth during that time. So revenues shows the same story. They were growing at a much higher pace compared to their competitors. Next slide. Here we can see our valuation for the FCG group. We used relative valuation to come up with our target price. What's important to note here is the 2022 PE for the listed restaurant. So basically, when we talk about relative valuation, parang tinatry natin i-compare kung gaano kamahal yung mga restaurants sa isa't isa. So for example, JFC is at 40.4 times PE. Shakey's is at 32 times. Max is at 13 times. Basically, kung ano yung mas mataas, mas mahal siya compared sa yung price niya ngayon versus what is expected of their 2022 earnings. So we see here that FCG will be trading at 11.2 times PE, which is much lower compared to their peers. We can see here the average PE for 2022 is at 28.6. And given FCG's relatively small market cap compared to its competitors, we assume a 30% discount to the 2022 mean PE, yung 28.6. We put a 30% discount, and it translates to a target price of 1.34 pesos per share for FCG. Basically, yun talaga yung target price namin, which is a 79% upside from the offer price. Next slide. This is the corporate structure. Next slide, please. just for everyone's information, the Figaro Coffee Group is 88.3% owned by Camertron Inc. and 11.63% owned by Carmisius Holdings. Next slide, please. Here we have the management team of the FCG, FC, the Figaro Coffee Group. This is handled by the Liu family, and their management team that has nearly 31 years of experience in the F&B industry. And just to plug in our next segment after this week on January 10, we will be inviting the director and chairman, Mr. Justin Liu, to our touch base on Monday. So I hope to see you there as well. If you will have further questions after this Wink event. Next slide, please. So shareholder value, I guess a lot of you will have questions on their use of proceeds. Use of proceeds without the over allotment. Store openings will be at 219 M, commissary expansion 350 M, debt repayment 80 million, and IT infrastructure 5 million. So with over allotment, the figures here will be on 40% for store openings, 49% for commissary expansion, 11% for debt repayment, and the rest for IT infrastructure. And for dividend policy, the company has set 10 to 13% dividend after net income after taxes. So I guess that wraps my presentation. Next slide, please. Just a recap of the offer prices again at 0.75 per share. Our target price, our calculations translates to a 1.34 pesos per share, which is a 79% upside. Offer size 930 million shares, over allotment 93 million with stab fund. And the tentative listing date will be January 24, 2021. And thank you all for your time to listen to this presentation. And if you would have questions, just key in the comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Rainier. So again, as mentioned by Rainier, on Monday, please tell your friends that we will have a guest. This will be touch base. Touch base is getting to know the face behind the brand. Since there will be an IPO for Figaro Group, we invited their chairman and the treasurer for the Figaro Group, so he will be able to present to you firsthand the things that he wants to share with us, apart from what Rainier, because Rainier's presentation is more on the perspective of the analyst of our view on it. For Monday, it will be the group's presentation, the company itself, and you will be able also to curse your questions, those you who would like to ask questions from the group or probably suggestions on the products. Ako nga may question ako Rainier. Parang gusto kong itanong, bakit hindi going angel yung yung stock ko? Di ba ang cute nun, angel o kaya kape? Yan yung mga what I have in mind. Sana open sila for those kinds of comments. All right. So on Monday, please take note. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Let me see. All right. From Manoy's Finest, what fundamental edge do you think does FCG have over its listed competitors?
The fundamental edge of FCG, I guess, etong nakikita natin ngayon during the pandemic, no, and even after the pandemic, they've continued to grow even during the pandemic, and management even noted na kahit after the pandemic, etong nakita natin nung November 2021, December 2021, which is basically parang everyone was out, they weren't, they were able to dine in already. So parang a sort of period of the pre-pandemic, they also saw their performance, their sales was sustained during that period. So I guess what we're seeing so far is yung sustained sustained sales, sustained growth, and we see what they're saying on in terms of the growth and the potential of Angel's Pizza. It's what we're seeing now. Malakas talaga yung sales and the love of the consumers for their pizza.
All right. So, Monoy's Finest, let us know if you have a follow-up question. From Jesse Superalius, will FCG's plan to remove acquisitions have detrimental effects fundamentally for the IPO?
Okay, this is a good question. Kasi just so the viewers will know, since the offer price was slashed to 75 cents, so the net proceeds was also slashed. So originally there was I think around nearly 20% of the net proceeds will be allotted for acquisitions. But now, since the offer price was slashed, uh, so the net proceeds nila mas maliit na rin. So tinanggal nila yung acquisitions portion doon para mag-focus sila doon sa store openings, sa commissary expansion. What we're seeing is hindi naman siya magkakaroon ng detrimental effects, especially in the near term, because management also noted that time, even though that they were open to opportunities for acquisitions. Parang at the latter part of 2021 or even now, there haven't been advanced talks for the acquisition. So kumbaga initial pa lang naman lahat. So at least what they will get from this IPO will be focused on their inclusive growth, basically through the store expansion, the commissary expansion. Kumbaga tuloy-tuloy talaga yun. And maybe moving forward or parang beyond the near term or the medium long term, they can have that again, especially with how Angel's Pizza is doing.
All right. Next question. Baka mga nagmimerienda sila. From Alec Collado. Do you think it is good playing safe, bad move na binabaan nila yung offer price and shares by removing yung funds to be allocated for acquisition? More
I
of
guess
an
the second
opinion.
part, na-answer ko na yata yung second part.
Mm-mm.
But for the first part, binabaan nila yung offer price. Management was quite transparent. They slashed up the offer price because of the book building period, and it generated more interest at the lower end of the price range. And at the same time, they were trying to protect shareholders then na kung they were trying to protect the shareholders value na rin. Kasi but parang what we were seeing in the past, parang for example, in the last month there was market jitters towards the IPOs, and lately towards the latter part of December there was already the Omicron scare. So management parang came up with the decision to slash the offer price down to the ano rin, parang for investors to see more upside. Kumbaga parang it eliminated, or kumbaga it significantly decreased the downside risks for this IPO.
Okay.
So I think it's a good move. And sorry, tuloy-tuloy.
Sige, good.
Para
Go,
tuloy-tuloy
go.
din yung expansion nila, di ba?
Yeah.
Even if sinlash nila yung net proceeds nila from this IPO, kumbaga tuloy pa rin yung nagiging expansion nila for moving forward. It didn't affect their long-term or medium-term prospects.
Yan. So, para lang ganahan si Rainier. Ayan. From Jessie, ganun talaga si Rainier. May dala ka pala ditong audience. Di ko naman alam. From Facebook user, how much market cap post-IPO? We'll be able to know that after.
Wait. Market cap.
You answered him. 3.5-ish billion.
I think around that now. Around 3.5. Maybe a shade lower than 3.5 siguro.
Okay.
Which is smaller than talaga siya compared to its listed competitors. Kumbaga, yung mga listed competitors kasi parang mature na rin siya compared to FCG na rapidly growing at the growth stages. So parang ano rin siya. It's a good perspective to have, or for investors, that would you where would you want to put your money in, especially during this time?
Okay. From Legrev. Hello po, could you further explain about its stabilization fund?
Um, the stabilization fund, I think the stabilization fund is at 90 million firm shares. Tapos the stabilizing agent will be BNB. And it will be for 30 calendar days.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay, while we're waiting for some of the questions that they baka shy type pa sila, we want to ask question to the audience. Anong brand in the Figaro Group that has yung the uh, Chinese food blend, yung mga may xiaolong bao, yung kaninang minention ko. The 8th person who will answer correctly will have our travel calendar, flip calendar will be sent to you in the address that you prefer to send it to. And so what is the brand? So under the Figaro Group, we have I think four brands. Which brand carries the Chinese food? Si Pia sumasali. Gem, one. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ayun! Teka lang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cheryl Villadiego. Congratulations. You will receive a flip calendar courtesy of My Trade. So just message us your desired address so we can send it to you via courier. All right. I don't know, there's a new feature here in our broadcast na nasa star ko yung mga winners. So let me see. Okay, there's another question. Moving forward, we'll have 5 more later. See, may nakita na ako dito eh. All right. Will Abacus offer debiting payment? I will see about this since it's actually depends on the bank if they will be allowing us. So we will let you know. If you are not yet member of the My Trade community, please join us there. We are posting announcements there and in our analyst group, which is the My Trade Map or the Market Action Plan Facebook group. So make sure that you are a member of those groups so you can be easily be updated with the announcements. But we will make sure that we will inform our clients regarding that. Tignan natin. Meron pong questions. Okay. Another one. So, the first 8. Di naman, the 8th person. Ayan, next! Meron pa siyang chance. Ikaw Rainier, ikaw magtanong.
Wait,
Question from your
Alin?
presentation.
Okay. So, based on the presentation earlier, who drives the most revenue for the FCG group? Or which brand pala?
Yon. So, sinong brand ang nagtataguyod sa buong Figaro Group? He's the strongest brand.
Tapos pang ilan yung kukunin natin?
Sige, ikaw, your favorite number?
The 17th.
17th. All right, the 17th. Madali lang to kasi nakikinig sila. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Uy, nag-plot down.
The answer is, what's the answer?
Angel's Pizza.
Ayun. Congratulations, Regina Samson Mariano. You are a winner of Flip Calendar by My Trade. Yan. So send us a message. Si Walian mali eh. Sayang siya sana yung pang 17th eh. Ayan, si Gina. Yan, siya yung panalo. So, we will please message us your address where we can send your calendar. Yan. Mamaya pag abot ko na yung calendar, papakita ko sa inyo. It's really cute. No to carbs! No to carbs! Di yata, parang kilala ko to ah. Pero hindi ko carbs eh. Alright, so, may mga questions pa ba? Or gusto niyo nang maglaro? Yan. So, anong oras? Ito, another question. What time is touch base on Monday? What time? So this will be the fourth correct answer. Yeah, flip calendar. And by the way, we will give away more surprises and more prizes on Monday, not just the flip calendar. I was just told by by the head of the marketing of the Figaro Group that they'll be giving away little surprises on Monday. So please make sure that you'll attend. Ayan, meron kaming pa-raffle and pa-quiz. Yan. Philippine time, I know that you guys are watching from all parts of the world. So, what's the Philippine time for one? Dalawa ba to si Jessie? Napaka-active. 1, 2, 3. Sayang si Neil. Sam Chu. 3 p.m. Ba't natatawa ka rin? Kilala mo yata to eh. Sam Chu, 3 p.m. That's correct. So 3 p.m. on Monday. Please make sure that you are tuned in either on our YouTube channel, on our Twitter, Facebook, or pero kung mas okay, I think kapag naka-premium ka sa YouTube, you can hear from the background kahit hindi ka nanonood. You can flip especially if you're watching from your phone. And Sam Chu, please message us. Our team will be sending a DM link, so you can send us your name, the name of the address, where do you want to send the calendar. Ayan. So please, and if you received it, if you already received it, please take a selfie or picture with it, tag our page, and post it on Instagram. Okay. May pa-quiz ka pa, Rainier?
Sige. What is the newest launch of the FCG Group? What brand is it?
What brand? Ulit, di ko na-gets yung tanong mo.
The newest brand of the FCG Group.
The newest brand.
Recently launched last August 2021. So out of the brands that I talked about earlier, ano yun?
Ito ba yung all-in? I mean...
Yes. Yung ano, all-in.
Mali pala. Hindi pala all-in. Bawal yun. Ito ba yung diversified store? Yung ba yun? Ayan. O, di ba? May turn around yun.
So let's get the let's get the
ayan. So,
correct answer.
Pang ilang tamang sagot?
10th na lang tayo.
10. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hermie Felicilda, congratulations! You won a travel calendar by MyTrade. So send us. You can see the DM link where you can send us your name and the address for us to send your calendar. Ayan. So there you have it. Do you have any more questions? I think that's it for this afternoon. What is our recommendation again, Rainier? Just to recap your presentation for. Do we have the FCG recommendation already from the Shortix?
Yeah, we also posted our recommendation I think a week ago. or basta during the last week of December. Like it was the 26th yata, or 27. 27, 27.
Okay.
Basically, we just like to reiterate our recommendation to subscribe. And we just showed our target price for this offering at 1.34, which is a basically 80% of it.
Yan. At
Although,
dahil
Gina,
dyan,
I think
meron tayong yeah,
we
the
have one
question is
more question.
related to what you said from Sir Zaldi. How confident are you on the would-be performance of the FCG on listing date if COVID cases will continue to rise? Okay, I'm not an analyst, but can I give a 2 cents in this? During the time of pandemic peak, that's when their sales are up to the charts. Yun lang yung nakita ko na when during the first and the second lockdown, that's when their sales are the highest according to the group. So I'm not sure if we cannot guarantee what's next, but so far they they continue to be profitable during those times when it was lockdown. So how about you, Rainier?
Well, first, I hope COVID cases will not continue to
Will
rise.
not continue,
Yeah,
yes.
although for the performance, ayun nga, I like what Gina said. Parang pizza kasi, no? Across the industry, I guess the companies also mentioned that pizza is a delivery item. I mean, delivery product talaga siya. It's suited for delivery. That's why it's also one of the reasons why it's strong. Not only did we see this for Angel's Pizza, we also saw this for Yellow Cab, for Shakey's. Although the latter two, they're not up to parang medyo malayo sila in terms of pre-pandemic levels. Parang another edge din kasi for Angel's Pizza, that since they're offering pizza delivery item, their offerings are affordable, are comparatively affordable compared to their competitors. That's why even though parang affordable siya, but it doesn't sacrifice naman the taste. That's why people like it. People like value for money, especially during a time like this where uh, and basically mahirap yung panahon, and people are trying to ano talaga, look for good quality at a affordable price. Although in
Tama.
terms
Yan
of
ang
the
ugali ko
performance of
din. Quality at an affordable price.
yeah,
Were you
so for
saying?
the performance of FCG, like what I said earlier, parang ano naman, since the offer price was already slashed, parang basically, will it get even cheaper at that price? I guess we can't know that, but the I guess the controls are there. Parang merong stop fund just so it would protect investors. And what we said earlier, the downside risk is pretty much limited at this point, especially if we compare it to their restaurant competitors, listed restaurant competitors. It's much cheaper.
Oo nga. Tapos I think it's a Grab favorite, 'di ba? And sometimes marami
Yeah.
siyang promos since it's a Grab favorite. Okay, talaga naman ang mga Pinoy kapag sinabi mo ng last, ayan, diyan pa lang lumalabas yung questions nila. It's alright. So, may isang nagtanong, masarap ba yung pizza do'n? Try mo. Masarap siya. Ikaw na lang yung mag-decide for your own taste bud. Parang ano yan eh, parang beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, tignan natin if you will like it. From Alec, can we relate yung all-day IPO price slash to this FCG IPO price slash?
Thank
Kasi
you, Alex,
nag-lower
for the
end,
question.
IPO.
Yeah, all day, I think it was a 25% slash, compared to FGG na 25%. I guess what's comparable to that, no? During the all day IPO, cases were much lower. It was a steadier period, na mas mababa yung cases, okay naman yung market. Ngayon kasi we're seeing a lot of uncertainty. Market is up and down. I guess trending more downwards recently. Tapos although yung difference naman ni All Day and FCG, si All Day, it was rather expensive pa rin compared to its peers in Pure Gold and RRHI. Si FCG naman talaga, mura talaga siya compared to its listed restaurants.
All right. So by now you have received our link for you to reserve your shares. If you think that this is profitable for you or something that you can hold on for the time being, you can subscribe by clicking the link in the email that you receive. Our offer period will be until, let me see. Let's check the Ayan, okay, we had our cut-off on Monday. Nag-move up yung cut-off natin ng Monday. So for now, you will be able to get your allocations through the LSI. Ayan. So the LSI payment, we will send you the details. I think I got one just right now, but we'll just check to summarize it and post it in our MyTrade community. All right? Ayan, si Jem Rentoy, nagbigay na ng suggestion. Try mo yung 5 cheese and garlic, tapos yung Garden of Eden. Yung Garden of Eden, for those who are vegetarian, yan, so okay siya, wala siyang meat. Yung mga, yung mga nagda-diet or nagve-veggie diet, ayan. Pang Garden of Eden kayo. Huwag kayong maghanap ng apple dahil wala kayong makikita dyan. All right. So, meron pa bang hahabol na question? TFG Express. Parang ngayon lang na-send yung answer niya yata kanina. Bro, kanina ba yung price natin? Ayan. Alrighty. So that's it. We'll see you on Monday for another episode of Touch Base featuring Justin Liu of the Figaro Group and also Jose Vicente Espanyol III for the treasurer of the Figaro Group. And with that, you just got winked by Figaro. Bye. Stay safe, guys.